boys and girls, so like we talked about in our morning message and our other story, I think if you've heard it already, we were talking about how wagons and scooters can help us move. Now, we're going to read a story today that we read a long time ago. It's called My Aunt Violet. And look, this is Aunt Violet, and he's going to go on an adventure with her. And on that adventure, they are going to take a wagon with them, and it's going to help them move. I'm not going to tell you move what, but I'll tell you that it helps them move. Now, can you tell me, how do you use a wagon? Exactly, you can put yourself in it or other objects and things in it, and you just pull it behind you. So we're gonna be listening to this story, and while we're listening, I want you to be looking for and listening to how Aunt Violet and the little boy use the wagon to help them. Got it? All right, this story is called My Aunt Violet. Let me scoot a little bit closer. One day, my Aunt Violet came to play with me. Yay, Aunt Violet came to play with me. We took my red wagon. Oh, let me put them over here. We took my red wagon and started down the sidewalk. At the end of the block, we saw Miss Hernandez working on her yard. She gave us a pretty sunflower, so we put it in the wagon. When we rolled past the park, I saw something in the grass. It was a grasshopper. We chased it, and when we caught it, we put it in the small box and put it in the wagon. Oh, and we put it in the small box Aunt Violet had in her pocketbook. A pocketbook is like a purse. It holds money. We put that in the wagon. Around the corner, the Chan family was having a yard sale. Aunt Violet bought a bird cage. I bought a fishbowl, which is where a fish would live, and a football. We put our treasures in the wagon. Oh my goodness, this wagon is full. The wagon was getting crowded with the sunflower, the grasshopper, the bird cage, the fishbowl, and the football. So we headed home. Just as we started up the driveway, my dog, Buttercup, came out of from nowhere and jumped up in the wagon. What do you think happened? Tell me, kids, what do you think happened when Buttercup jumped in the wagon? Yeah, why do you think that happened? Oh, I'm sure. That wagon was really full. And Buttercup, look how big Buttercup is. She is a big, big dog. Now let's go back to what we talked about before the story. This wagon was helping them move. What was the purpose of the wagon? How did the wagon help Aunt Violet? Exactly. Yep, they went on a walk and they were pulling the wagon to hold some treasures in, right? And they found lots and lots of treasures that they put in the wagon. If they didn't have the wagon, would they have been able to carry all of these things? Why not? I agree. If they didn't have the wagon, they wouldn't be able to carry all of these things because it would be too much for them to hold. They wouldn't be able to hold all of these things in their arms. So that wagon was very helpful. Now, one more thing I want to talk about before we leave is a special thing. Let me get all of these before we talk about it. All right, we're going to talk about some words from the story. Now, these words are called compound words. Can you say that? Now, you don't need to know what exactly, oh, that's a compound word. You don't need to know that. But you do need to know that sometimes two separate words make a big word. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. This is called a sunflower. Now, two words that make up the sunflower is sun and flower. Put them together, sunflower. So look, you have the sun in the sky and you have a normal flower. But if you put the two words together, sunflower, sunflower, you get a sunflower. Let's look at another one. This is a grasshopper. Can you say grasshopper? Good. Do you hear two words in grasshopper? Let's see. I hear grass and hopper. Good job. Like the grass outside and a hopper, a person hopping. Grass and hopper make grasshopper. Good job. Let's do three more. This is a football. I hear the word ball at the end. What do you hear first? Blank ball. What do you hear first? Good. Yeah, look. Foot and ball make football. Good job. All right, now let's see if you can do this one. This is a fishbowl. This is where you would put a fish if you had it for a pet. What two words do you hear in fishbowl? Yep, you have like a fish in the sea, a bowl you eat out of. Fish and bowl make fishbowl. Good job. And last one, this is a bird cage. This is where you would keep your bird if you had one as a pet. Now, what two words do you hear in bird cage? Yep, I hear bird and cage. Bird and cage make bird cage. Awesome job. Now, we're going to be practicing more of that because I know that's a little tricky, but yeah, there are lots of compound words out. So thanks for helping me figure all these ones out.